I'm here tonight to be an advocate for Lisa Edwards. She did not have one at the hospital, nor did she have one when she was at the police department. She had no one to advocate for her, and today I'm here to ask you to do what you're elected to do. Advocate for Lisa Edwards. After arriving to Knoxville, she was failed by every aspect of our system. When she was in the hospital, she was alone begging for help, and Fort Sanders put her to the curb. They asked for the Knoxville Police Department to come and remove her. When the Knoxville Police Department showed up, they laughed at her, they mocked her, they threatened to stack charges on her, they told her that she was a liar, and as she died in the streets. That's how Lisa Edwards left this earth. The last word she heard was the mockery and the laughter as the officers she was begging the officers for help. The point I want to make tonight is that this is not a abbreviation. This was not a few bad apples. This was the Knoxville Police Department. It was pretty fair cross-section of them. What we saw was so horrifying. We saw their indifference. We saw their brutality to Lisa Edwards. We counted. Do you know how many times she said please? 90. 90 times she said please. Do you know how many times she said help? 50 times she begged for help. She wasn't struggling. She wasn't resisting. She was dying. She had a stroke on the left side of her body and she was unable to walk. Now we're in the position where the police are blaming the hospital's blaming the police. But regardless of how you want to proportion the blame, our public officials have failed Lisa Edwards and they have failed us. And I fear they're failing other citizens every day in the same way. What we are asking for you to do tonight is to do your job. Just do your job. You were elected to provide oversight. We elected you to make a difference that our public servants are doing their job. And we can see in that video that they didn't do their job. Anybody can see it. They're not being servants. The last words Lisa Edwards heard on this earth shouldn't have been laughter and mockery and threats of the Knoxville Police Department, who are hired to protect and serve. Something is broken and it must be fixed so this never happens again. Lisa Edwards could have been your grandmother. She could have been your mother. She could have been your sister. Her brother's here tonight. Any person with a good conscience who watched that video should have been horrified. And there's people that are all over the world seeing this video and they are horrified. We're not hearing anything from our mayor. We're not hearing anyone of consequence. Be an advocate for Lisa Edwards. Be an advocate for Knoxville. Please do your job.